Hello, my dear students. I think in my previous video, I had taken up one data set and then we had applied that ANOVA test. We had conducted that test, ANOVA on that very particular data set. And today I'm going to take up the same data set and I am going to conduct this t test on that data. In my previous video I had told for ANOVA we must have one metric dependent variable and other independent variable, and that independent variable should be a categorical variable, and along with that that independent variable should have more than three categories. I had given you the example of independent variable whose categories or whose groups are more than three. I had told you the examples of profession where we had doctors, nurses, dentists and surgeons, and along with that I had given one more example of educational qualification where we have degree holders, we have PG, then we have PhD, then we have postdoc, and all that comes into the different categories that we have in independent variable when we talk about the categorical variables. Now when we talk about this t-test, here again we should have one dependent variable and the other should be independent variable. Here when I talk of the independent variable should have two categories. Fine. This you have to keep in mind. The independent variable should have two categories. I can take the example here. Gender has two categories. One is male and the other is female. You can take the example one more here, which is result, pass or fail. So two categories we have here. So for such type of data where the independent variable has two categories, we are going to apply t-test, the first one. Second thing is our sample size should be small, up to 30. When we have n equal to 30, we are going to use t-test here. Right, so let us go for t-test today. We'll discuss it thoroughly. Now when I talk about this t-test is it's one type of inferential statistics tool. So what is this inferential statistics? This inferential statistics, what it does, it takes data from a sample and makes inferences about the larger population from which the sample was drawn. So we have a population. From that population, what we are doing, we are taking a sample, and from that sample we are taking inferences, and then we are generalizing those inferences to the whole population. Here from this very small sample only we are drawing one conclusion, and that conclusion we are going to generalize to the whole population. That is why t-test is one type of inferential tool or inferential statistics. It comes in inferential statistics, not in the descriptive statistics. This is the first one. Then we have a t-test statistical significance indicates whether or not the difference between two groups averages most likely reflects a real difference in the population from which the groups were sampled. So we have a population here. From that population we are taking a sample, and in that sample we have groups. We are going to find whether there is a difference in the means in those samples. Fine, this is what is the t-test. Then t-tests are a type of hypothesis test that allows you to determine differences between the means of two groups. So here we are going to take two groups, and through this test we are going to find out whether there is any difference between the means of those two groups or not. Now here the null hypothesis for t-test is h naught is equal to there is no difference between the means of these two groups, and hence the alternative hypothesis for this has to be there exists difference between the means of two groups. Now there are certain assumptions for this test, as we had some assumptions earlier in the ANOVA. If you want, you can watch my previous video, Again here we have some assumptions. The first assumption here is the dependent variable must be continuous. It must be either an interval data or a ratio. In short, we are talking about the continuous data. That is, the dependent variable should be a metric variable, not a categorical variable. Then the observations are independent of one another. Observations in the both groups should not be dependent, they should be independent. That is, there is independence of observations. Then dependent variable should be approximately normally distributed. So this dependent variable, there must be what, it should be normal, it should be normally distributed, which again I have presented very well in my previous videos, how to find normality in the data, that is in the dependent variable, how to find normality. If you want, you can check that, or if you want, you can watch that video. Then the dependent variable should not contain any outliers. So there should be no outlier in the dependent variable. How to find outliers in the dependent variable, this again I have very well explained in my previous video. Now when I talk about this t-test, we have mostly three types of t-tests. One here is an independent samples t-test. What it does, it compares the means for two groups. This is the first one. Then we have a paired sample t-test. It compares means from the same group at different times. So it remains similar, it remains here similar. You can say the time is there, different times like before and after you can talk about. Then we have one more, a one sample t-test. It tests the mean of a single group against a known mean. Here we have a mean, and against that mean only what we are going to do, we are going to test the mean of that single group based on the mean value which we know. So for that we are going to use one sample t-test. This is the data file that I had used in my previous video while conducting that ANOVA test. Fine. So today I am going to use the same file here. Now you can see here we have sales here, which is a metric variable. It has a continuous, like you can see the continuous variable sales data. Then we have gender here. When I talk about the gender, it is a categorical variable. We have car type here, this is again a categorical variable. Then we have ownership, this is again a categorical variable. And then we have passing, it is again a categorical variable. Advertisement expenditure, sales person, and number of outlets, these are all continuous variables. Now for t-test, the independent variable here, when I talk about the sales is a dependent variable. If I take gender as independent variable, it must have two categories. Of course we have two categories here, one is male and the other one is female. So gender has two categories. But when I talk of this car type, when I say here we have 1, 2 and here it's 3, that means we have three categories here in car type. So we cannot take car type as independent variable for t-test. Again if I see here ownership has 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, that means only two categories here. If not like this, we can go here also and find it here. When it is gender, we have only two, one is male and the other one is female. If I come to the car type, if I click here, we have three categories here. So for three categories we have ANOVA, so we cannot use it for t-test. When it comes to ownership, we have private and public, so we can use it for t-test. And then I have here passing. When I talk about the passing, I have many categories here, that is 4 categories we have, right? So this is like the independent variable that we can use here. Which one is that? We can use gender and we can use ownership here. And if we scroll it down, now if you see this sample is of, this data is of 30 samples. We have here 30 samples, right? Now if we test it for the assumptions, like I have shown the first one, that the data is continuous and we have two categories here in gender and ownership. Then coming to normally distribution and what, presence of outliers, that I have shown you in my previous video, please watch for testing of normality and finding of outliers in the dependent variable. So we are directly going for testing, t-test. We are going to analyze, then we are going to compare means, and then independent samples t-test, right? So this is the path here. Let me again repeat it. It is analyze, then we are going to compare means, then independent samples t-test here. Click here, then we are going to take dependent variable here, and then ownership we are going to take here. In ownership we have two groups, 1 and 2, that's private and public, right? We are going to click on OK. Now if we see here, we have got this group statistics and independent samples test. If we look here, n is private, is we have private 15 vehicle, and public we have again 15. In private we have mean of 669, and in public we have 676, right? And the standard deviation, if we see, it is not too much here, 28.19 and 27.84 here. Now if we square this standard deviation, we are going to get the variance, right? Now see here, we have got this Levene's test for equality of variance. We are here, if you see the sales, equal variance assumed and equal variance not assumed here. If you see here, the F statistic for this is 0.519 and the p value is 0.477. That means the p value is greater than 0.05. That means there is equal variance here, right? Because for this we have the null hypothesis is here, what? No difference in variance, right? No difference in variance. Now if we see here this sigma two-tail test, we have significant value, that is t is, this p is less than 0.05, and hence we say there is a significant difference in the means of the two samples. And here if we see, as the value is significant, we can see the public vehicles have got more sales than private. If we see, the public is 676 and private is 669 only. Thank you so much for watching this video. This was the very simplest way to make you understand about how to use t-test. Guys, if you want to understand about ANOVA, please watch my previous video on ANOVA and how to test normality and to find the outliers in data. Please do watch that video.